You guys are gonna want to see this.
Hey Mom, look, the boys are back in town.
All right, it's the Green Bean, the Toyota pickup, 1991, the 1997 Toyota 4Runner motor in it. And y'all know all about this truck. Y'all seen it on the channel before. Y'all seen the motor rebuild and all that fun stuff. Well, Alec was gracious enough to pass it on to me for full ownership when he got the first gen 4Runner. So we were out here just doing little odds and ends things. You know, we're trying to get this thing running, at least started. I don't care if it goes forward or backwards. I just want to start the motor and get it somewhat running. Because as y'all know, it's been probably a year and a half that we've been working on this thing, and it turned over once or twice or 12 times. But it never actually fired. So let me go through with y'all what I've done to it so far since y'all last First things first, gutted the whole front end, cut everything off so we can get in here to work on it. Went to LKQ, got a whole new engine harness. But as y'all know, this wiring harness got cut. The old one got cut. So we're just starting over from scratch. Brand new wiring harness. I still got to get in there and unhook all the transmission stuff. But the new harness, it's in. I mean, it's wired in. Everything's hooked up. That way we don't have any discrepancies in the wiring harness. No cuts, no nicks. I went through everything before I bought it. And I also got a new ECU that matches the new harness. So we're going to be going in, figuring out which pinouts power the battery and the ignition. We're going to switch those to where we can just flip the switch, get direct power to the ECU, and then go from there and see if we can get, you know, injector pulse, we can get the coils firing, and hopefully she'll start up. I do have to get a mass airflow sensor for it. That is one thing I do not have. But we got new ground straps all over the motor. All right, we're inside. As you can see, there is no more dash, but there is a window. Did get a window last time we were at LKQ. Oh, we started getting rained on. I've got 3 ECUs sitting here. One for, this is the new one for the 4x2 and the 1999. This is for the 22RE that was in the truck. And this is for the 1997 motor that's in it. We gutted the dash out of it. Got all the old AC controls, all the ductwork that runs through behind the dash. We got all it pulled out so we can really get in here, see what's going on with all the wiring. I'm not really too worried about the gauges and stuff. It's probably all going to get ripped out, and I'll be splicing into the engine harness to get a aftermarket, probably a digital dash, but that's way in the future. I just want to get this thing running for right now. I mean, there's random crap. I don't even know what this is. I don't know where it came from, but it's spliced into something up here. What is this? What the heck? Relay light reminder. Okay, so I don't know what this thing is. Maybe a door buzzer? Hell, I don't even know. Yeah, there's just so much junk in here that could be deleted, like all these AC controls and stuff. I could just snip the wiring harness and be done with those, get them out of my way. But I am probably going to try to get the factory dash back in the truck. But I'm going to clean all this up, get all this dust and crap out of here. I might put a new windshield in it. I doubt it though, because like I said, right now I'm not really worried about the cosmetic side of things. Get all this stuff cleaned up, just a fresh take on everything. But this is probably coming out of this truck, this handle. It's probably going in that one because I broke mine in there and I have not been able to find one since. So we've been wheeling without a e-brake or a park because it's 5-speed. I also have to go through, somehow figure out down here, you probably can't see it, it's tucked way up in there, the gear selector. Since this truck did have a manual transmission in it, and this is an automatic transmission that's in it now, and since the motor sits so far forward and the transmission is a lot longer than the 22RE manual transmission that was in it, I got to figure out some way to get the rod up to here and then 90 or 45 it to come up to actually come up to where I can just do a, you know, park, reverse, neutral, drive. Probably won't have second and first, but as long as I can get to drive into park, I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. It's probably just going to be, honestly, just a metal handle that comes up. But yeah, we're going to put the factory dash back in. It's going to be new switch panel. I don't know if it's going to have a radio. It probably won't, because why would you want a radio whenever you want to just listen to all the horses that are non-existent at the moment? But yeah, we got the new ECU in here. I've already been doing the research on the pinouts. So instead of, you know, cutting the whole wiring harness like we did last time and ended up buying all these adapters and just crap that didn't work that we thought was going to work, we're going full send. So here's what we got going now. So y'all just saw me just piddling around, you know, fixing up some stuff. We got all the HVAC wires, radio harness, whatever the random harnesses were that were plugged into the back of the dash, to all kinds of different stuff. They're all tucked up out of the way. I was gonna just cut them off, but I don't want to do that because for some reason I just couldn't bring myself to just snip the wires from the harness, because you never know if you might need it or not. I don't anticipate to, but you never know. So these two wires right here, I'm still not 100% sure. I think this one is the sending wire from the fuel tank. Tell me how much fuel's in there. And this is the signal wire for the power to the fuel pump. I was trying to figure out what the heck they were, but now I know. Because here is our main ground for the fuel pump switch and our main power wire for the fuel pump itself. So this one runs to the fuel pump, this one runs to the battery. You know the deal. Put a switch in, good to go. This right here is our, you know, fancy little push to start button. I was trying to figure out a place, you know, where I could, we'll just put that there for now. I'll forget about it and wonder why the truck won't start later. I was wondering, you know, where I was going to put it. I was going to try to put it down the old ignition module, but that's so big. So I decided to just put the push button right there. It's simple. It's easy to get to. Just reach down. Just hopefully it fires. Doubt it will. But yeah, we're you know, pedaling around trying to figure out some stuff. The dash itself is still in the bed of the truck, just kind of, you know, hanging out. It's not in terrible shape. I'm going to definitely, you know, clean it up, paint it, slap it back in the truck, be done with it. All this crap's got to go away. There's a bunch of random parts for, you know, I think that's a 5EZ alternator. You got battery wires, all kinds of stuff. There's some parts for a 22RE, all the HVAC systems back here, covering up our beautiful piece of junk fuel pump, our fuel system that we just kind of temporarily roughed in, and, you know, with rubber, literally polyurethane hose from Home Depot. But I am going to be going and switching out to all rubber hose lines. I'm still going to have it going down through the bed, running along and coming up like I do. We just got to replumb all this stuff, like our fuel filter. For some reason, that's not a filter, that's our fitting that we made. Yeah, so I got to figure out all this crap. Might just go straight to AN fittings. You never know. But yeah, this is going to be our next section. Well, cleaning out this bed, because gosh, I hate all this trash that's in here.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun.
All right, guys, just like that, the bed's cleaned. You can actually see what we got now. Literally nothing but 22RE parts. So Alec, congratulations, you now own a set of rocker arms and a bunch of these vacuum lines because I can't use them on this. I just kept all the dash plastics because I'd like to put it all back in. Even if I do only just put in the top part of the dash, you know, that's one thing. There's a red wasp flying around. Hopefully it don't sting me. I got a fender here. I bought when we actually went and bought the first set of wheels and tires for this truck. Those have since gone away. And obviously we all know we got the good old OZ Racing ones on there now. I need to pull this thing up here, get it out of the grass so I can actually crawl underneath it and work on it. But I'm gonna pull this fuel stuff apart, go ahead and get it all cleaned up and ready for new stuff, and then start taking an inventory of what I need as far as tubes, hoses, you know, fittings, all that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get into tearing that apart now. I just wanted to talk to y'all for a minute. So a lot of y'all know, or that have been watching, have probably realized that we haven't really uploaded as much as we normally do. And it's been very slow going, you know, since the shop burnt down and all that stuff. So I mean, we've been trying to figure out what we're going to do as far as, you know, a new shop, content, everything like that. But we are slowly working our way towards something new, some new ideas, some new builds, and even some old ideas that we had, you know, back before the shop actually went down. So I mean, those will all be coming up in the future at some point. Work's crazy right now for me and Alec both, and you know, Robert, he's been working on his house, and so he's got a million other priorities that he's, you know, working on Jeeps or his RX-7 and stuff like that. But no, just y'all just know that we are working more and more towards getting back on a kind of a more regular upload schedule. I know I've pretty much done everything I can with the Tacoma, so y'all probably won't be seeing too many more videos on it unless we are, like, you know, camping or going off-roading or something like that, or if I get a wild hair and end up doing something to it. Oh, there we go. So I mean, yeah, it's all up in the air at the moment, but it's a fuel pump. But yeah, don't worry, guys. There is more stuff coming, and we'll continue to upload. It's just not as fast as we'd all like. I know me and Alec, for one, have been really trying to get some content pushed out to y'all. And it's tough, but we're working on it. And this project right here is kind of a way to get back into that, I guess you could say. You know, not necessarily just working on the same vehicle over and over and over again, but starting something new again that y'all have seen, but that been away for a while. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I'm very excited to see what the future holds, and I know Alec is too. So we'll just have to keep on trucking and see where this whole build takes us, especially with this truck, because you know, we came up with this idea and literally, I think it was like one night me and Alec were sitting around, and it was right after we got rid of the white 4Runner. We're sitting there thinking, you know, hey, we got a motor and a transmission and everything we need, you know, what are we gonna do with the motor? I mean, it's got a blown head gasket, you know. This is what it, you know, turned into. So it's fun. That freaking wasp is flying around my head. It ain't the typical build y'all be seeing from us, but it is a build nonetheless, and it will have many more videos to come. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out what to do with this thing. Oh yeah, there's still some fuel in it. I don't know how much I trust that old fuel. It's just been sitting there for a year and a half, something like that. So but yeah, that's a fuel tank disassembled. So I'm doing this for the video and as kind of a remembrance to me to know what to get. So I need 1/2 inch inside diameter fuel hose to go from the AN lines that are on the tank to this brass adapter and come out and go into the fuel lines for the truck. Now this is the feed line and this is the return line, and obviously the return line just kind of runs down through here. Or did I get that backwards? I think this one might be the main feed line and that might be the return line. I'm not sure. I gotta look up at the, okay, let's do that right now. Why not? That comes up, goes in to there. Yeah, so that's the main feed line for the truck. And that is, I believe, 3/8. See, it's not for fuel injection systems. It's just hose we had laying around. All right, so we got 1/4-inch fuel hose. That's what we need. And we need some 1/2-inch ID fuel hose to go onto these two adapters so I can connect the AN lines to this, because I don't nearly have the money to run AN lines for the whole truck, especially with the fuel cell being mounted in the bed. And obviously it's not mounted right now, but one day it will be mounted in the bed. It's going to need a dang good paint job and some straps and all that, because the old fuel tank is no longer in the truck. In fact, the filler hose is laying underneath all the dash parts. And it'll be ran pretty much to a switch up there to turn it on, just full on like race car stuff. Even though this thing is not going to be a race car, there's no way that little V6 is going to put enough power to actually go anywhere in a drag strip. But we'll figure that out when the time comes. That's going to do it for today. I'm done. It's Friday. I'm hungry. I'm ready for something cold to drink. Got a lot of progress done on this. I mean, I got to bring my other truck out here so I can load all this trash up, get it out of Shag's yard, because I know he threw in the bed of this truck for a reason. So we're going to get all that out of here, get everything cleaned up. Hopefully next time when I have my other truck, you know, and actually have a hitch to pull this thing around, I'm going to roll it backwards and I'm going to pull it up there so I can actually get up underneath it, get more stuff done, get the rest of the old wiring harness out for the engine, get the new ones in, got some new solenoids for the transmission I'm going to slap in that I got from LKQ when we went. But yeah, I think we're going to do good things with this truck. I'm very excited for it. I've been kind of itching to get back out here and work on it. Especially since the Tacoma is pretty much done, like I said earlier. Yeah, so that's the pickup. It's got a motor in it. But yeah, until next time, y'all keep it easy, and we'll catch you in the next run.
Speak a single word, 'cause you got